Crypto Harmonics, everybody. This is August 11th, Friday. We're going to do our end of the week check-in. I think Mondays and Fridays are the best days for me to do videos. So I'm going to do a beginning of the week thing and an end of the week thing. And if I have some special stuff come up, but I was thinking about it because things change so quickly, especially with cryptocurrencies. I was thinking about possibly doing a Telegram or something like that where you can stay up to date with everything because price targets move, different things change. My stop losses stay the same, but there different patterns pop up. I mean, different patterns for me become too risky and I won't take them, which I will show one of the coins I mentioned. And then just it's just very dynamic, so it just moves quickly. Anyways, that's just a thought I have. If any of y'all have any comments on that, let me know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's the best thing to use or what. But as far as videos, let's do our weekend roundup here with Bitcoin going up to 35.23 right now, and I'm looking for 37.52. I know that's very precise. I hope you guys can appreciate my precise price targets. I think I probably maybe put a target on myself by calling such precise price targets, but I'm willing to do it because I know that they work. I'm not saying this is the exact price, but this is where I am definitely looking to get out of some Bitcoin and get into some dollars on Bitfinex. So I'll just sit in fiat for a little bit and wait for a retracement. I definitely have, let's see, I have a good retracement here. If you take it from the bottom of this pattern and this little run up here, and you say it goes to this spot, right? And you look at where the 382 retracement, which is a good little retracement. It's the 382 a lot. That comes right in at the 3,000 mark and right at this, what's probably going to end up being support. So let me delete this real quick. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at, guys, on Bitcoin specifically. I want to show you one thing on Dash relative to Bitcoin. This isn't the prettiest cipher pattern, but it is a cipher pattern. And this is what I'm looking at. In this blue box in here, I'm looking for maybe signs of a reversal, like maybe a wick or something like that. Somewhere in here to flip into some Dash and possibly see a little run up where Dash outpaces Bitcoin. And that way you get you a little bit more Bitcoin, which is the whole goal, right, of trading. That is trading, flipping back and forth between currency pairs to create more overall value in your account. So I'm looking at this. I just wanted to show you guys that just real quickly. If you want to mark that, you can kind of see and go back and look what the numbers are exactly. But I'm looking in this area here for possibly a rise up for Dash. Okay, let me look at Ethereum Classic real quick. Okay, this is Ethereum Classic on the daily here. Okay, so, and I just, I don't know how I missed this, this thing right here, this risk reward tool. I talk about this all the time and I didn't even know it was just right here. I don't know what I was thinking that was. So anyways, I am definitely going to be using this in all my charts now because I want you guys to see the value, and we'll look at SiaCoin and Augur and why it's important to have good risk reward strategies there. But you could see on Ethereum Classic, you want, in regards to risk reward, you want your red smaller than your green. That's about as basic as I can get it, okay? So you want, my stop is going to be below the X point, like on all my bat patterns. It's going to be below the X point. It's actually going to be a little bit below this low over here, right around here. And let's see, let's get out here. And my reward, I'm looking for a target of up here. So my loss is 29%. My gain is 49%. That's a decent risk reward ratio for me. I like keeping it that way. And let me show you why. Let's go ahead and look at SiaCoin. Okay, if you guys followed along Monday, you knew that I was looking to buy up SiaCoin, and I did. I bought SiaCoin, and it spiked up a little bit, and then it just kind of came back down, went up a little bit. It didn't hit my stop loss. It came back up, and then it just fell off a cliff. And so SiaCoin has disappointed me. No offense to you, SiaCoin, but you failed me. So I have my stop down here, and this is about as bad of a risk reward as I will take. And if you were with me on Monday, you could kind of tell I was a little skeptical about it. I didn't like the formation of it. I should have listened to my gut, but it is what it is. It's okay. It was worth the risk to me, honestly, because I was willing to risk this loss here to see at least this and possibly a run up, and because it had been in a pretty good downtrend. So SiaCoin failed. You know, we lose 10% of our Bitcoin by making that SiaCoin trade. Now let's look at Augur. All right, this is Augur, and I mean, the second I bought this thing, well, not the second, that's an exaggeration, but it, you know, it was a few hours after that. I bought right here at the bottom because of this pattern here. We had a nice little butterfly pattern. Kind of came up here, and so I took it, and we had 2 awesome up days with good volume too. And then the third day it went up really well and then got slammed down. I mean, it was up probably, let me pull this thing over here. It was up 37% from our entry, which was awesome. Right now we're up about 15% on that from our entry point. And I'm still looking for this, you know, around 62% for the target there. And I told you guys in the video, it wasn't my favorite because my risk was a little bit more than I'd like to have here. It's still not as much as my reward, which is good, but I'm willing for it to bounce around. That's okay. I think we're going to hit this target before it comes down this far. Could be wrong. Who knows? But that's part of the trading. I'm willing to risk that. I definitely like this spike up, though. I don't like that it got slammed back down, but we are on the daily, so this could play out, you know, over the next week or two, really. But that was definitely a good move. I like seeing that move off the initial trade up that quickly. That's usually a good sign. But again, I'm not rejoicing because I hadn't hit my target yet. I talked about PIVX in the on the Monday, beginning of the week, and that was something that I was looking to pick up this week. And I'm still looking for this. It's kind of just been dancing around. It actually went up a little bit, and then now it's just having this really big down day. It's probably going to break that for sure. Next stop would be it breaking this X point. Once it breaks this X point, it has no reason not to come down here. So I'll definitely be looking at that. I'll be keeping an eye on it over the weekend, although it probably will be closer to next week or the end of next week that it actually hits. But you never know. Again, these things can spike down real quick. That's why I always I try to put, as it gets closer, I try to put limit orders on just to make sure I get filled. Because it can, I've had it so many times, spike down in the middle of the night, hits right on your point, and just sucks right back up, and you got this huge wick, and you're already like 20-30% in the money, and it's just been like a few hours, right? So, and that's always a good sign to shoot for bigger targets, because you got a lot of buying pressure coming in there, especially if you have increase in volume there as well. So okay, PIVX is where I was looking at, and then let's look at NXT. NXT is showing me a alt bat. It is an alternative bat pattern. Whereas, you know, if you've been following along, a normal bat pattern goes up, makes a leg up, retraces to the 5-0, makes another leg up, it comes down to the 886 retracement. Whereas on an alt bat, it comes up, hits a 382 retracement, comes up, and then goes past the X point to the 113 extension, which a lot of people don't know about the 113 extension, but it can actually be pretty powerful. There's a couple other patterns that use that, but this is probably one of my favorite ones. But here's the deal. Here's why I'm looking at it is because of this previous structure over here in the support. I don't like This isn't my favorite pattern because it breaks the X point. You know, I like having the X point there as support, but you'll notice a lot of times it will hit this 113 and it'll bounce. And we can at least maybe get a 382 retracement off of it. Let's from the C point. Let's take this down and go, let's say it goes down there. And so we'd be looking up to let's front run it and say, you know, right around here, 43.50 for a move up and get us a little bit more Bitcoin. So that's something I'm looking at. I just wanted to show you guys that. I don't know, because it is kind of coming in close, I might put an order in. But let's pull up our risk reward on this real quick because I want you guys to see this. This is what I'm talking about having like tight stops here. So my stop is going to be like right here. And my reward is up here. So I'm risking 11%, right? We're just saying, I mean, you're going to risk whatever you see risk, but just look at the numbers as far as the stops go. Stop, 11%. The target will gain me 37% more Bitcoin. Okay? So for me, I'm willing to risk losing like 11% of my Bitcoin in order to gain 37% more Bitcoin. That's a good risk reward for me. If it fails, I'm cool. I'm looking for the next target. I'm looking for the next pattern. If you guys remember, let's flip over to, I think it was it last week or the week before? We got in a nice feather coin trade that went up real quick. Oh, it's already marked. Okay, so cool. And it went up right here to our target and just like fell over, right? It was a really decent trade, but this was my risk here. Okay, I was risking losing 26% of my Bitcoin that I was putting up, and in order to gain 62%, and we got that fairly quickly. It hit within a day or two, pretty quick, and now it's back down, which I'm fine with it. I think I'm completely out of that. But yeah, that's another scenario of don't get frustrated if you're wrong a few times, because let your rights be more right than your wrongs, if that makes any sense to anybody. Okay, let's look at a few more. I want to kind of look at, well, let's look at Digibyte, because Digibyte is like, I've been in this Digibyte trade forever, it feels like. So Digibyte is just, it had a nice little move up, and it did not hit my target. If I remember correctly, it deleted my line that I had on here. But so it hit the 236 retracement, which is not a very strong move, and then it's kind of just floated back down here. If I remember correctly, I was aiming for the 5-0. Yeah, that seems right, because I was looking to 3x my money with Digibyte, and it's all the way back down here. Again, like, I'm not super worried about it. I'm holding my Digibytes because I think they'll go up shortly, but yeah, so I'm just holding on to that one, but it's definitely just been down, and it's it's relative to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just super strong right now. Okay, ZenCoin was another one that I said I was looking at buying this week, and let me show you why I've changed my mind. So this is the pattern I have. It's kind of stalled out in this area and found support right here. And so if I was to take it down at this 886 retracement, I would only be able to go right there. I'd only feel comfortable with it going right there and not all the way up to the B point, which puts my risk reward in not a great, just not a very good risk reward. So because of that, and that's something that's just dynamic, that again, like I was saying, opening a Telegram chat or something where I could post something like that. It says, hey, check this out. I'm no longer loving Zen right now. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that, keep you updated with that. I do have a couple more to look at. Let's see. Okay. Let's just look at Litecoin and be be done. I think this will be the last one here. So I said in a previous video that I was looking at 51 for a target for Litecoin, and then I was expecting a little sell-off. And as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. It went up to $50, 12, 13 cents. So I just missed it. I did not. This was my target right here. It was like 51, or it was right at 51. And I just missed it. So I'm still I didn't sell any Litecoin. I'm still holding it. But what this does for me, this is why these patterns can become dynamic. So this is what's called a Gartley pattern, a 618 to the 786 retracement up here at the D point. But sometimes if a Gartley fails and it blows through a Gartley, you can be looking at a crab pattern, which a crab pattern throws it way out. Throws it out to up here, this 1618 retracement or extension. So it may sound crazy, but I'm thinking, because when it usually comes that close to a target but fails and comes back down, but doesn't go down a lot, and then kind of comes back up, it's a lot of times will blow straight through that thing and come up. Now again, you might say, well, why don't you just take it close to this top here at $54 or something like that, and it may fall there too. That's fine, but for me, I'm going off this pattern here, and I'm looking at now. I will hang on to my Litecoin. Really, I'm gonna hang on to my Litecoin until it hits about $67. And so I know that may be weeks or months away, but because it did this right here, and it could touch this and fall a little bit, but I don't think we're going to have quite as much of the retracement. I kind of already got this retracement here that I was really hoping to get, maybe a 3/8 retracement, something around there. I think I said like mid 40s, like 44, 45, which is kind of close to that there. So anyways, that's what I'm looking at on Litecoin. Hope this helps, guys. Have a good weekend, and happy trading out there.